In this video, I'm going to show you how to trace a Java program using Eclipse Debugger 2. We can also do the hand trace. I'll show you that in the next video. And this is a simple Java program. It does sorting using insertion sort. Here we have two methods, the main methods and the insertion sort methods. So we start out with an array of integers 5, 10, 1, 3, 2. So most questions will ask you what will be printed to the screen. So look out for those system out the printf, system out the print line. Those things will be printed to the screen. Here you can see two printfs. So the first one print the word init, and followed by a string placeholder, and followed by a new line. The \n is for new line. That's equivalent to your print line. But in printf, it doesn't automatically go to new line for you, so you have to do \n. And for %s is the string placeholder, so we expect a string parameter to be the first one. So right here we have arrays.toString, and you pass XR into it. So arrays.toString simply convert the array of whatever. So in this case, it's the array of integers into a string. And that string will appear in that %s placeholder. A Java application starts from main methods, and it runs line by line. So the first one, so this is the variable declaration. So you have new variable known as XR, and then followed by this line, print to the screen, and then followed by this line, which is your methods. And if it is your methods, you can go deep into that methods when you trace, and then explore what's been done here. Once you're done, you come back up here to printf again. From main methods, you call insertion sort, and you jump into insertion sort. So you're creating a call stack. In this case, in Eclipse, we call hierarchy. So let's see when we run what you see on the screen. So I'll run as Java application, and that's it. You see first line init, and then second line output, which the array gets sorted. But of course, the question won't be that easy. It often asks you, what is the progress of the value of each variable? Here we can use Eclipse Debug to help. So first we have to set up the breakpoint. So let me set up the breakpoint just at very beginning of the program, just right there. Okay, so if the program paused right here, then we can trace the rest. But sometimes you know what starts here already. You want to look right into this method, so you can set up the breakpoint right here too, and remove the breakpoint there. So how you do? You just double click in front of that line, you get a breakpoint. So let me set up the breakpoint here. Alright. And when you run it, you can't just run with run, okay? You have to pick debug as and then Java application. So when you choose debug as Java application, so next time you can just press F11 to do the debugging again. Alright, let's do it. Well, then Eclipse recommend you to switch to the debugging perspective. Let's see what it is. Alright, so it's a perspective with all the tools that you can use to do debugging. Okay, let's see what we have here. So let's go down to main methods. Right here, you see it highlights this line. That means this is the next line it is going to run. Up to this point, let's see at variable view here, it knows ARRGS. Oh, that's typing mistake. It should be ARRGS, right? Anyway, right now it is an array of string id 16, so you don't have to look at that for now. Let's run the next line. So how to run line by line? So let's look at the run menu again. We have step into, so if you have a method, you can dig deep into that method, or select into selection, or step over. So if you have a method but you don't want to go inside that method, just press F6. So in this case we will use F5 and 6 all the time. Okay, so I'll use F5 now. So the program already run past that line, so XR has been declared. Alright, XR is an array. If I expand this, you see that each element contains 5, 10, 1, 3, 2 in these indexes. And then press F5 again. Now the printf has already been executed. My console is too narrow here. It prints to the screen with these text. Next, well, if I press F5 here, what is F5? F5 is step into. I'll go into insertion sort methods. Alright, let's do that. F5. So it goes into that. See this? The variable panel right here already changed to this. It doesn't have XR anymore. That's XR belongs to the main method scope. Right now you see A, which is the array of integers having the same values. It is the array that we want to sort. Now the program waits for us at this line. So we have I a.length, but right now we don't know anything about this because this is the next line to be executed. So I has not been declared. If I press F5, I will be created. But at this point, I would like to show you one thing. Well, things like this, a.length. If you want to know what is a.length, okay, how about try this. Highlight it, and then right click, and then watch. So watch a.length, that will be added to the expression. See this? a.length has value 5. When I is created, it is initialized with 1. So 1 is less than 5, so it looks like our loop will run. Let's do it. We'll press F5 again. So I has been created with value 1. So 1 is less than 5. Well, actually you can highlight this and then right click and then watch again. So you see I less than a.length, true. Yes, so it's true, so we run it. Okay, we have int temp equals to a at I. Well, what is a at I? Let's do watch again. Running out of space, so a at I is 10. So we will create a variable named temp having value 10. I'll press F5 to do that. So temp has been created with value 10. Okay, the next for loop is quite complicated here. So we have day. So where is it? Day has been created, but with no initial value. We will assign the value I minus 1 here. Now I can watch this again. Highlight at the expression and then click watch. So I minus 1 is 0, so I'm going to assign 0 to j. And the condition here, j less than or equal to 0 and temp is less than a at j. Well, we can look at that. Highlight that and then watch again. Well, I'm gonna have too many expressions to watch. Maybe some of this I'll just skip. You can do that yourself then. Okay, but right here, right now, j doesn't have any value yet. Okay, I'll show you one thing that is quite interesting, which is this a at j. Oh hey, we have a at j here, and it says error during the evaluation because j doesn't have any value, so you can't really evaluate a at j. I'll hit F5 right now, so j will have value 0, so a at j can be evaluated now. Go on, but it falls to this line. Why is that? Because of this. A at j has 5, right? So what about temp? Temp has 10. So temp has 10, a at j is 5, so this condition is false. You can right click here and then add watch again. It is false. That is why this loop doesn't run and skips to this line. So now you store value of temp into a at j plus 1. J right now is 0. Let's see what happens. Well, you might want to expand a and look at it all the time, so see what happens. Alright, so this is the overview of how Eclipse Debugging helps you in looking at the current value of the variables and the expression. So as you go on, if you want to run to finish, you can clear this breakpoint and then just hit run. Okay, there you have it, the Eclipse Debugging tool. Next video, we'll look at how to do this with hand.